Hey, so I guess we're just waiting to make sure that the stream is live. Hi guys! Wearing my Son Amy shirt. We're gonna go ahead and look at some of the wonderful different prompts that we have coming in. We did like quite a few last time for episode 1. So, episode 2, it's amazing, and look at my setup, it's glorious, I'm so happy. But anyway, so, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and look at some of the Tumblr prompts. Let me just go ahead and take that off. What the? Wait a minute, 146? How much did we have last time? Hold the phone. 143? Someone's not...
Stop! Stop! No! Please, lady, you don't understand. You don't know what you're doing here.
Make sure you follow that, because then I'll never get these done. Look how many there are! Oh my gosh! Okay, here we go. But I am excited to get some of these done. Let's see, what was the last one we did on a YouTube? I gotta go all the way back to this. I probably should have done this before I started this stream. Let's see. Not sure. Oh, we only have like literally 2 left. Got this. I don't know if you guys want me to, but I could always stream when I'm writing, unless I'm at work. Yeah, I write at work, but they allow me to, so it's fine. I get a lot of downtime, so. But if I'm not at work and I'm at home and I'm like, hey, maybe y'all want to see the process, so might be kind of fun. I probably won't talk a lot if I'm writing. I might tune out, but you can at least see my reactions and maybe just, I don't know, stare at me creepily while I type. But it looks like that was the last one that we actually discussed. Now, I wanted to try to put a time limit to what I'm doing, because it was a lot to edit last time, and I was kind of like, do I want to keep everything? Because I think I'm funny. I think everything I do is funny, and I know that it's not, and I need to cut it to like the highlight reels, but I don't know what to highlight. So, especially when we're doing like a discussion like this, but I still think it's fun. So that's what we're gonna do. Just don't stop till you drop. Oh, hey, Starbrand fan! What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. So yeah, I think we'll just go ahead. Oh, is there no screen? Don't be dumb.
Oh, idiot.
I'm still a newbie when it comes to these streamings. Oh no, is everybody good? Oh yay, hi, Phoenix! It's so good to see you as well. I'm not offline. It says I'm streaming. Hopefully it's gonna work for us now. The Twitch looks fine. It does look a little bit far distant, but I think we should be able to work with that anyway. Again, a shout out to the overlay. That would be Toasty Posty. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. And we should be good to go now. I'm gonna go ahead and start just reviewing. So I want you to be comfortable while I'm feeling comfortable, and that's why we wear pajamas. Literally, I just want you to be in your PJs, be relaxing, be chillaxing, be whatever you need to be for you to be you. And we're just gonna dive right in. So I'm pretty sure where we last left off was this guy right here. Actually, the Son Amy prompt. So, believe it's this one, the Son Amy. Okay, so, Son Amy prompt. Eggman accidentally switches Amy and Sonic's powers. Ew, fun. Amy doesn't know how to control her new speed and is afraid of causing mass destruction. By, like, hitting into a wall. Because the first thing that I thought of was, and fuck! Like, she can't really cause that much destruction. I mean, I could see if she spin dashed, that could be kind of bad. Running into people, or worse, smacking to a large surface. Yeah, we were thinking the same thing! And you know, going crush flat. Yep, that's what I was literally thinking. It's like that Spirited Away moment where she's like, and then plonk. Sonic has to teach her how to manage her speed, and Amy, in turn, teaches Sonic how to masterfully use her hammer nailing combos and making sure every strike lands. That's really cool. Amy with like super speed, and then I don't think Sonic would be teaching her how to use the hammer, but I think he would be demonstrating different... Oh, wait, no, that would be... Oh, in turn, she teaches Sonic how to masterfully use her hammer. That makes sense. Okay, sorry, I misread that. But which would be really fun. They come out of this with a new appreciation for the other skill sets. Aww, we love good appreciation from both sides, a mutual love. It's amazing, yes. So my first ideas for these would be just a lot of comedy. We would probably start out with having Sonic kind of really like, oh no, like our powers or whatever, because he's so used to being super fast that he would probably be really upset that he didn't have his speed anymore, and Amy would just be like, because she has a lot of energy. And then of course he would have to learn like techniques, but I think he would master the hammer, like not master it, but do proficiently well with it, just because Sonic's wielded a sword before, and he's like, it's the same concept, right? And I think that would be beneficial for him as well, just being able to understand like Amy's, not only her skill set, but also the power that it takes, and also the precision to use her hammer.
Now what you want to do is lead with your hips. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, let me show you again.
So I feel like I've talked about the Son Amy prompt for Eggman and everything. I think that one's fine. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next one, which is, hey Mira, how you doing? I'm doing really well if my stream would work for like an hour. All I need is an hour. I hope you're well, thank you. I have been doing pretty outstanding, especially with everything going on with COVID. So, I mean, pretty good. I'm able to survive. Anyway, I have a prompt request. I was watching the Sonic Twitter takeovers. Aren't they fun? And in a few of them, Amy comes up. Yes. Can you do a prompt where someone asks Sonic his honest feelings about Amy? Because some fans think he doesn't like her at all. I don't know why people think that. I mean, I know there's a lot of fan lore, but you need to understand fan lore is not canon, and America makes some really bad adjustments. Thanks for helping. I know she's the biggest. Yes, the show must go on. I'm really hoping this works now. I think that when it comes to Sonic's interest in Amy, he's not a romantic person. And in Japan, romance is very subtle, especially within shonen, because it's for young boys. It's not really focused on for, like, love and all that, because that's shoujo anime. That's what all the boys.
テイルスがコスモに近づいた瞬間、姿を消したエスピオがハンカチを落とす。お嬢さん、ハンカチが落ちましたよ。あら、私のですわ。どうも申し訳ありません。なんて素敵なお嬢さんなんだ。よろしかったらそこいらでお茶でも飲みませんか。まあ嬉しいわ。こうして二人は交際を始めてやがてラブラブに。どうだ、偶然の出会い&恋のハンカチ落とし大作戦。
So I feel like when it comes to a shonen anime, especially with like Sonic, and they're very young, which is common though in Japan to have like crushes and stuff like that. I think that, I mean, it's been stated in multiple official interviews and comments and everything. I think it's the revolution, you guys. I think the revolution is what's keeping this working. Sorry, my ADHD mind is like, I think that he does like her, he just can't express it. And it's what we have to deal with. It's a different culture. But you just have to recognize that there are things that show that he does care about her. He's just a rascal of a boy too, though. You have to remember he's kind of a punk. And he's got an attitude, and he's just not really interested in, like, staying still, to actually have a romantic relation. But that's what makes fan fiction so fun, and when we see hints that are a little more direct than others, just remember that American Sonic and Japanese Sonic are a little different, very different, exceptionally different, and to have a perfect blend of those two is probably the sweet flavor of what should be modern Sonic. And let's see what else this says. A few of them, Amy comes up. Yes. Feelings about Amy. Okay, and Sonic goes into an impassioned rant about what a great loyal friend she is, trying to distract, obviously, because American Sonic gets very nervous about this topic. Japan Sonic is kind of literal, though. He's like, I don't want to say anything that will get the hammer thrown at me or whatever, which is really funny, actually. But impassioned rant about what a great loyal friend she is, and starts to reveal secrets. Yeah, so you just basically you want a nervous Sonic. You want Sonic to talk more about his own feelings, which he's not in. Like, even when Tails cried, and I mentioned this in the first episode. The stream's working, yay. Even then, like, you have to consider the fact that he's a dude. Dudes don't talk about their emotions, especially Japanese dudes who are super subtle with everything they do. Usually. I'm kind of generalizing here, which isn't a good thing to do. But especially since they're not real characters, you can kind of get away with that a little more. We do want to talk about him as a three-dimensional character, but he really is, he's just more excited about adventure than he is just hanging out with a girl. But him talking about his feelings, reflecting on his feelings, that's the key here. That's what I'm getting out of this whole ask, is that you want Sonic to reflect on his own feelings for Amy, which are so cute. It's just really hard to get a 15-year-old with attention issues, like he has to go and do something. He does like to sleep, though. He does like to be a little lazy, but to talk about his feelings. I would probably have to do more American Sonic, but I'd like to try blending it with Japanese, because I feel like Japanese Sonic is so much more like comedical when he's talking about these kinds of things. It's like he's self-aware that people are expecting him to confess or something, and that's what makes Japanese Sonic so fun, is that he says things very nonchalantly, but he's being very clever and not saying anything at all. So that'll be kind of fun to do, just have like a Twitter, and I'll probably have him with other people too, unless he's just like doing like a fun little live stream or whatever. So let's see. Sonic friendship prompt. Yes, let's do this. Knuckles has to leave the island for some business. Ooh, what? I guess he's keeping it secret for a few days. So he asks Amy to watch over the Master Emerald for him. Okay, so Amy's probably going to babysit the Chow as well. While he's away, Rouge comes at first to take it. Oh, so she's expecting a banter. But without Knuckles, it's not much fun. So they have girl time. That would be so fun to write! Because, like, Amy and Rouge don't actually talk very much in canon, like, at all. And also Rouge kind of considers her, like, just like a little girl kind of a thing, so it's, like, hard for them to really... But I feel like it would still be kind of fun. Tails comes with an invitation to work on and keep Amy company. Oh, an invention to work on Amy. Yeah, because Amy's kind of like... she's got Cream. Cream's much younger than her, but she's already nurturing, so it makes sense that she would be friends with Cream. And also she's a bit bossy, and Cream's just too polite to say no. And last, Sonic to see how dedicated Amy is to playing Guardian. Oh, so Sonic can come in and like try to be like Eggman. That would be kind of fun, too. Okay, and then Amy's playing Guardian, but really it's a fun game to keep her from being bored, and then chills out the island so she's not alone. Okay, so it just sounds like an overall friendship. You want to see many interactions with the characters with Amy. That's fun. I could do something like that. In fact, thousands of ideas are coming into my head about kind of something cute and fun, and it would totally be in Sonic's nature to be mischievous, or at least to come off fun, making it very aware that it's him, but he's pretending to be like an Eggman character. That would be pretty good, actually. So yeah, I would love to do a friendship prompt, especially having everybody... obviously, Amy would be the center point, which would make it a little bit of an AU. But I think it could be fun. Well, we could do something like that. Yeah. Boom prompt. Boom. A song fic. So you want to include either your own choice of a song, or you want me to write a song. I love writing songs. I'm totally fine with writing songs. I like to sing, so that's fine. Boy, it's been a while since I read one. It has. It's been a while since I wrote one. Amy is getting ready in her room and is playing some music. Oh, I love that. Hit me with your best shot. I headcanon that so hard with her. Hit me with your best shot, fire away. I'm probably like way off. But anyway, comes on, so Amy is rocking and jamming out. I've actually had a daydream where Amy was cooking and she was like dancing to something, and Sonic kind of, he's about to come in and then he kind of hears the music, and so he peeks in, and then it's just cute because he's just watching her be funny. But anyway, halfway through the song, rocking and jamming out, halfway through the song, she notices Sonic watching her in a music. Yeah, so that's great minds think alike. So I might be able to incorporate my daydream idea into this, which would be really good. Really, really helpful to put it somewhere, you know. At first, she's embarrassed. Also, great minds think alike. But he gives her, "Oh, please, don't let me stop your concert." Yeah, don't let me stop the fun. Look, and to make her feel better, joins in, and they have fun. It's their little secret, except not really. All their friends watch from the window. So, part of that daydream was introducing the idea to Sonic. This was supposed to be a future AU where Amy's trying to convince Sonic that it's not so bad to have a family life. Even he can still go out and do adventures, but he can also have a reminiscent, a sense, basically, of a home life. And so she's cooking, and he kind of sees her dancing. He thinks it's cute, and he also dances, but also does the dishes with her. And so they have this kind of rhythmic, really fast kind of, what is it called? Chat, what is it called? When it's like the conveyor belt like system where she's doing one part of the washing the dishes and he's doing the other part, and they're just jamming out to music and being cute. And then later she takes him outside when she's gardening, and she talks about how it can be like this. He can just come whenever he wants, and they can have their time together, and then he can go back adventuring. But she's trying to do it very like, like nervously, because she doesn't want to scare him away. But it's actually really tempting for Sonic, but because he really enjoyed his day there. But at the same time, he's just so conflicted, and it's just that, oh, what do I do? Because he's a very young man in this. He's older. He's probably in his 20s, and she's trying to convince him of this, and he's kind of like, oh, it sounds so good to be true, but I don't want to. So I might actually incorporate that into this prompt, which would be super fun. So thank you for. Precious Aeon for submitting that to me. I think I can do it very well and work well with it. And it looks like the prompt's working! He's helping her dry the dishes. I know, right? That'd be so cute! That's what I was thinking! Oh man, there's so many. Okay, hello everyone. Let's go to this one. Thanks for clarifying my last doubt, because I can wait for a couple of requests, but I was dying for at least requesting these. Here comes the first. Okay? A Sonic prompt, classic X boom. Oh, classic times boom. Okay. The classic gang gets through an anomaly. To see an enemy. To bygone island hijinks, and chaos will ensue. Oh, okay. I'm more than one way pairing Sonamy with some chips. What? Oh, clips. Oh, okay. Of Tail Zoe with a healthy sprinkle of jealousy from the boom adorable dorks on the top. Okay, so basically you want classic combining with boom. And then you want like little ship pairings here and there. Yeah, I think that would be cute. I could see classic Tails being like very enchanted and like ooh to Zoe, and then I can also see classic Sonic being like, what is going on here with Sonic and Amy from their Boom universes? So you just want something adorable and funny and cute, and I can do that. And I think the if we had classic Knuckles meeting Boom Knuckles, lol, that'd be kind of funny. It'd be like, whoa, I buffed out. But yeah, I could do something with that. That's going to be a little more challenging because there's no actual plot. It's just a bunch of, like you said, hijinks, which is very much within the Boom genre of things. So I will do my very best. I think that should be fine. Let me make sure the stream's still going. Yep, it looks like we're still recording and everything. Yay, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Okay, so I think it's the resolution. I think I just had to lower that. But I'm ecstatic to work on these. I do think for this one, though, it's not going to have so much of a fleshed out plot. I think I'm just going to have a small little little smack roll or two of some lines that will tell you what the overall plot is, but then I'm just going to highlight different moments of cuteness and hilarity and things like that. And you guys are so sweet. A few of you have said that, like, I never fail to make something funny, and you have no idea how much I fail in real life, but being able to do well in a Hi, how are you doing? I know it finally started working. We're finally getting the stream going, which is so good. That means I can do this much more often, and I know how to troubleshoot, which we didn't have the Tumblr prompts coming up, so now they're up, now they're ready. Oh my, thank you! Oh my goodness, hello, hi, welcome. Hee, thank you for following. This is amazing. Okay. But thank you. Your name is Opukes. I love you. Even though I can't pronounce your name, I'm so sorry. You can put a little pronunciation in the chat, and I'll do my best. But yeah, so that one will just be more of like scenes, like clips of funniness, and kind of like a summarized adventure. I don't think I can do very much with it, but who knows? Maybe I'll come back months later when I finally get to this, and I'll be able to be like, hey, I have an even better idea. And especially if you want jealousy, everybody loves jealous Sonic, which, there's like some canon to it, but not really. There's not enough evidence for a jealous Sonic. We just know that if he were to be taken away from all that attention that Amy naturally gives him, then it's definitely going to make him want to go back to the status quo. But anyway, thank you so much, Ultra King of Battle. Ultra King of Battle. I got it now. Thank you, Ultra King of Battle, for your submission, and I will do my very, very best to make you proud. Oh, a Son Amy prompt. It's my friend! Hi! I know this dear friend of mine. Animated Super Chick 19 submitted Son Amy prompt. It's after the metal virus breaks out. Oh, I remember this one. It's after the metal virus outbreak, and healing has begun. Amy is still going around trying to help people out and is currently tending to Sonic before he finally gets some much-needed sleep. Sonic notices her still driving herself ragged and tells her she needs to rest as well, not only for herself but for others. That makes sense. Amy's super self-sacrificing. This ends up with two sleep-deprived hedgies snuggling in for some sleep. I thought I did something similar to this, but I can do something different with it. That'd be nice. So basically they're sleep-deprived, they're tired, she deserves a little reward. Sonic's just basically conked out. That'd be kind of cute, though. It would be AU, but I would try my best. Sonic normally isn't this affectionate, yeah, and the intimate closeness spooks him for a second, but he's too tired to do anything about it, and starts to admit to himself he really missed contact with others when he was infected. Oh, so this is I was thinking Sonic Forces, but now I'm back to the comics. Righto. I have not done this one yet then, because I did Sonic Forces. That was the one that I did sleep deprived hedgies, but I can do something different with this one if it's the comics. And starts to admit to himself he really missed contact. Yes, he also realizes he wouldn't really want anyone other than Amy this close either. Yeah. It doesn't hurt she's warm, soft, pretty, and smells like flowers. Cute! I think I actually, when I was first talking to you about this idea, I think I'm the one that wrote that part, because that would help me kind of flesh out my idea. It's okay. It's all punk. Okay? Thank you so much. Oh, I get it! Oh, pucks! Oh! That freaking rocks, dude! Is it like hockey, maybe? But still, that's amazing. Thank you for the pronunciation. Very, very cool. I love your little icon. The little icon is so cute. Yes, hug all the hearts. Hey, Toasty Posty, thank you so much again. Thanks to your time that you put into helping me as well. Also, everybody, just another shout out. I'm just shouting out so many times. I love her to pieces. This is her overlay. So please, I don't know if she has commissions open or anything, but please, like, follow her, watch her stuff. She's an amazing Apex Legends, and she also does Genshin Impact. So please watch her if ever you can. All right, back to prompts. I love you. Hi, Mira. So excited. Me too. It's like my new catchphrase. This year's been really tough for everyone. I hope everyone's safe and comfortable, and just trying to get through. But I've been doing pretty well during all. Oh, bad. No, you're bad. Hi, Mira. So excited for when you start writing again. Yes. Writing. Prompts are on shutdown, so nobody submit anything right now. You can submit ask, like you can just basically ask me questions, we can do analyses, but I'm not doing any prompts because I have 140 something and they just keep climbing. Like some of y'all don't realize they're shut down, even though I put shut down everywhere. But that's okay too, just don't submit any more prompts, please. Let's wait until the next grand reopening, and I will let you know when that happens. It'll be a big announcement. I have lots of plans for that as well. Anyway, may I submit a prompt? You may, because you did it during the grand reopening, which means you were allowed to submit at least 3 different prompt ideas. Everybody gets at least 3, and then you stop. Sonic breaks his leg, protecting Amy. I remember reading this. He expects her to be doting on him while housebound, but other than a care package, nothing. Confused, he calls her up, and she admits to feeling responsible he got hurt, so she's keeping her distance, in case he's angry. Sonic then has Amy come over and talk, explaining his speed is not more important than his friend's safety, and he'd give it up in a heartbeat to save her if it came to it.
You bet.
Yeah, it's exactly him. Yeah, Sonic loves his speed, but doesn't love it more than his friends. And he's self-sacrificed plenty of times for people as well. Almost dying, basically. He even said, like, Chip Run, which was probably the most emotional we've ever seen canon Sonic on screen. Also in the Japanese version, which is, in my opinion, the true script. You also see him caring more about others than himself.
I guess she misses her mom.
Of course she does. I just wish we could do something to cheer her up.
Huh?
I would definitely understand Sonic being like, where's Amy? Because she's usually all over me when I'm hurt. And then for her to, like, especially when he calls her and then they're, like, Skyping through the Miles Electric, and he's like, hey, he probably wouldn't bring it up because he's not, like, petty like that. But he would probably be, like, interested in, like, are you alright? And then she would admit, I feel like I've hurt you and it's all my fault. And he's like, it's never your fault. Like, I did this of my own free will. And then I think it'd be more of a story about how people are so willing to do anything for the people they love. So I think that'd be good. So this will be really fun because I feel like it'll be a good talking time, especially since Sonic can't be action-packed and adventurous. We'll have to hear him talking. But at the same time, Sonic's very subtle. Sonic's very to himself. I don't know how I'm going to do this when I get to it, but for just surmising my initial thoughts when I first read this versus now kind of contemplating it, I feel like it would be a really good kind of I care about you and I care about others more than myself kind of moment for Sonic. So it would be Sonic being a hero in a different way and kind of highlighting that for the readers and the audience. So yeah, so that could be a really good bonding moment for him and Amy too. Oh, it's so cute. Thank you, precious Aeon. Hello, wonderful writer of Son Amy. That's so lovely. Just want to say hello. Hello! Hi! And thank you for the wonderful content. Always and forever, never apart. If I may, Sonic Force's prompt. Amy is upset. Oh, and no one likes that. And she's delegated to office work and not fighting on the front lines. That's true. I thought that she would probably be upset about not being able to help Sonic, especially when Sonic went missing. Like, how did they convince her to stay put? Like, the Amy I know would have been out that door searching day and night for him. I don't know, but get me on that writing freaking team, guys. She and Sonic gets into an argument. Oh, wait, yes, she and Sonic gets into an argument that gets heated. There are times where I feel like it would be very in character for Sonic and Amy to butt heads, because they're both very stubborn and very willed, kind of like spirits. Just, they're kindred spirits, but they're also spirits that have very different goals in mind. She would like the nice married life, and he would like the continually going around destroying Eggman's toys and saving the day kind of life. But it would make sense that they would butt heads at times because of their conflicting idealisms as well. Amy is much more merciful. Sonic can be, but he's usually very justice-oriented. He has a very kind heart, but he's also very strong and fierce and loyal and true. Anyway, true blue. So she gets into an argument that gets heated, okay? She thinks Sonic doesn't value her as a fighter and gets mad. I feel like this is, and hopefully I'm not saying this in a weird way, but it's kind of the projection that all of the fans feel that Amy is not appreciated enough, which Sonic makes a big point in the English version, English translation anyway, to constantly say thank you to his friends. In Japan, he says it even more. He shows how much, like, how grateful he is to have them in his life, which is different because we're so used to Sonic being a loner. Sorry, my legs. Leg! But we're so used to him being kind of a cocky, narcissistic, almost a certain narcissist. But he's just cocky. He's really not that full of himself. He just knows he can do it. And when you know you can do something, when you have that confidence, you can come off that way with some arrogancy. But really, he's just really cocky and kind of self-confident. So I feel like this is more of the fan lore again, sadly, that people think that Amy is undervalued in the friend group, which she's not. However, the writers sometimes do kind of put her in the back seat because they just don't know how to write women, which is so sad. But at the same time, that's very common though, especially when you think about cultures and when you think about in most shonen anime, there are fighter girls, and they're awesome, and they're amazing. And they have well-developed personalities at times, but most of the genre is not surrounding emotions or feeling or heart or anything like that. It's very different. It's a different interpretation of feelings, heart, all those things. And so I feel like that might be one of the reasons. And I feel like that's with almost a lot of different characters. If you think about Peach, and if you think about Zelda, and a lot of these Nintendo characters too, they have these well-developed kind of spirits about them, but it's very rarely touched on. It's very rarely kind of showcased in this kind of way. So I feel like that's a projection of, I want to see Amy valued, and I want her to get upset that she's not valued enough. Which Amy does not feel that way in canon. She does not. She does feel like Sonic sometimes is off doing things instead of coming to see her. That's true. She gets a little lonely at times. But Sonic tries to balance that out, and he does so very discreetly. It's very private between the two of them. Finally, Sonic breaks and yells that he can lose a lot, but he can't lose her. Okay, that's better. I can see Sonic having an outburst if I build it. It's just not going to be very canon, because Sonic normally wouldn't yell at all. He wouldn't raise his voice like that, but he would. He said before, like, just don't hurt Amy. Like, that's kind of like the highest, I think, of Sonic belting. But I can understand you wanting more emotion from Sonic 2, feeling like, I do appreciate you, why aren't you understanding that? We would just have to build that, be a little more out of character, but I think it would still work. Finally, Sonic breaks and yells that he can lose, but he can't lose her, thinking about her death from Sonic Lost World. Okay, so that kind of goes back to some of my fan fiction that I've had too. I wonder if you've read it, Aeon. He keeps Amy back for selfish reasons, so she's safe. She definitely wouldn't like that, and he definitely wouldn't command or control the scene, because Sonic's so much about freedom. They pretty much put every character who isn't Sonic or Tails in the backseat nowadays. That's very true. Even Tails, though, has had some backseat driving at times where he's not appreciated as much as we would all really appreciate him to be. Even I would like to write tales just slightly different, going back to his Japanese roots, but also to how he admired Sonic. So thank you, Star. You the best. And I do agree with that, too. I agree that a lot of characters are sidelined for Sonic's spotlight. And it's what they're trying to do is, which would be really good if they incorporated the techniques to using this, but have Sonic be the center glue to everything. Through Sonic, they're inspired. Through Sonic, they're empowered. That's really good and everything, but we also have to remember the inverse of that. That with all of these friends around Sonic, he truly is the best that he can be, and he's the idealism for heroicism when he has all these different people that make him a better character and a better person. So I feel like if that was more implied, more shown, they would have a pretty strong plot. You just hire me. But I can see what you want to do here, and I think that's very smart. I would just want to do it a little more gentler. But again, when I come to this, when I actually write it, because you guys have seen, maybe, on my YouTube, episode 1, we're 2 prompts away from being done. So you guys can go back to the YouTube, kind of look over how I was reviewing and thinking about these prompts. I did things very differently when I came back to them. I had more ideas, I was able to daydream a little bit more about it, and wrap my mind around deep enough plots, or just like hilarity, or whatever I felt I needed. And it also depends on my mood. And if I'm in like a more angsty mood, I'll try to put in some more depth and emotions and just really build and put more detail into that. And if I'm in a very like, happy, everything's go lucky for me, you'll notice I have a little more bounce, a little more uppity, kind of actiony, and much more charming dialogue. That's kind of like, ooh, so it really does depend on my mood, but also just my initial thoughts on this. Yeah, I can see him being like, I don't want to lose my friends and I want to protect you guys, but I can't see him holding an iron arm out and being like, no, you can't do this, because that's not Sonic. He's very much, he allows his friends to choose their own destinies and to choose their own paths, and if they choose to follow him, that's of their own accord. Sonic usually won't slow down for anyone, so I feel like I could manipulate this into a really nice kind of structured plot. And I feel like dialogue is really going to shine here, especially with characterizations of Amy just feeling like, am I inadequate to you? And Sonic kind of being taken aback by that, like, no, of course not. Like, but then how would he be able to challenge that without being emotional? So I think it would be kind of fun to see their disciplines in that area. And it could also bring them a little closer, too. So thank you, Precious Aeon. An oldie but a goodie. Yeah. Oh, wait, shoot. Did I put my timer on? Yeah, I did not. We'll put my timer on, and we'll go ahead and turn up the volume. I have a second computer, just so I can see the chat and stuff like that. All right, let's get to it. An oldie but a goodie. Son Amy movie night. Ooh. I think I saw an animatic of this, or at least I saw like someone do something similar, and also I've seen some art of this, and it's really cute. Anyway, Amy picks Titanic. Oh, no. Thinking it's a good blend of romance and contemporary and enough action for Sonic. They're stuck in a boat. Sonic hates being stuck in a boat.
Sonic was so bored he tried to jump ship all the way to shore, but he missed 15 times.
That's rough, buddy.
There's a literal Sonic episode where Sonic hates being stuck in a boat, and he's like driving himself insane from being on a boat. If he had to watch people being on a boat, like, but I see what you're saying. I'm not saying that I can't do very well on this fic. I can do a really good ficlet, a really good prompt. Someone taught me the word ficlet, and now I'm like using it a lot. I would just have to get him to sit still. At first, Sonic isn't too into it, yeah, but he tolerates it. Maybe he made a deal with Amy, like maybe this was to make up for like a misdate or something that he had to go on an adventure on. So I could see them on the couch, him kind of like dealing with it, but then I can feel him maybe like, I think he would watch Amy more than he'd watch Titanic, just to see what she'd do, and then he'd get a little nervous about how she's reacting to things. Oh no, Titanic has that one scene! Amy can fast forward, it's fine. She's 12. Anyway, he does, and he's 15, so... But anyway, he does as the movie progresses, but starts to get uncomfortable at all the tragedy, yeah. Since he's a hero and he wants to help. He would, yeah... I think he'd be silent during movies, though. He'd make some funny commentaries at times, but... Japanese Sonic would be respectful and quiet and kind of just looking over to Amy to see more of her reactions to it. And then I feel, because he would be very bored, but he might get engaged. Like, there is this thing called suspended disbelief, and I know this because of my film degree, but basically, when you're in a theater and you just kind of tune out your own life, your presence just disappears and it's all about what you're watching. The brain kind of suspends its disbelief of reality and puts you in a new place. It's so that you can enjoy the feature, and that's kind of when you tune out. You're beautiful. That's sign language for beautiful. And I feel like if he can get into that space, it would be very, very good for him to experience the movie. But I honestly think that Sonic is just his attention and he needs to move. He can't just remain still, kind of like someone else we know. That I feel like he would be looking at Amy. American Sonic would be just making side jokes to cope with all the tragedy. And also be like, why are they doing this? I don't understand. Why couldn't she just pull him up on the thing? Yeah, he'd be one of those guys. Gets uncomfortable at all the tragedy. If I had the Chaos Emeralds, then I would be able to, Anyway, it really starts affecting him every time Rose is mentioned, and keeps involuntarily thinking Amy is in trouble. They have to stop the movie, and Amy reassures Sonic she's okay. I think I could do something with this idea of them commentating on Titanic, but I also feel like it would be more... I can see that you want it to be kind of more dramatic, but it's honestly probably going to be cutesy-witsy, except that because I'm probably going to have to rewatch Titanic now, thinking of all this, or just, like, watch clips, but I think Sonic would get a little frustrated with certain things.
This boat's gonna drive everybody bananas sooner or later.
But I don't think every time Rose is mentioned, I think he would have an emotional appeal to that, but I also don't know if he would be that troubled. It's a movie, but I think I could try. Maybe this would be better for Boom Son Amy instead of Canon Son Amy, and probably... Yeah, I'd probably have to stick more to Boom, because you can get away with more AU ideas through Boom, and I feel like that would be more expressive Sonic than the others. So yeah, it might be a little challenging in the beginning, but I can do something with this, and I just have to watch a bunch of YouTube clips. But thank you so much for sending this to me, because, like, it would be cute to have, like, a little movie night scene with Sonic and Amy. Thank you! Excited to think about that more. Son Amy prompt. Sonic finds out some personal stuff about Amy on accident. Ooh, I wonder how on accident. Either overhears a conversation or accidentally reads her diary. Okay. I don't know. I think overhearing a conversation is more likely for Sonic. He could be snicky. But I don't know if he would be, like, so sus that he would read her diary about stuff like that. So... Sonic Boom, totally, but for, because that's what they literally did, that's like canon that they did that, but they read her play, but I don't know if might have to be another Boom prompt. He finds out that besides Amy's love of adventure and genuine love, the biggest reason she's so attached to him is because he's the first real friend she ever made. Yeah, I could see that. He didn't just save her life, because actually in the canonical timeline, he met Tails after Amy. He didn't see Amy until Sonic Fighters, I believe, like the ringed matches. He didn't see her until that, and she buffed herself up so that she could find him again and be with him. So... Sorry, I'm like dangling my legs off my bed because can't sit Indian style for so long. So yeah, I can see that. Okay. So what else happens? Okay, he finds out the he didn't just save her life, he saved her from loneliness. And she fears going back to that solitude of having no one around. That would actually be really good. I feel like if he picked up her book, it would be more Boom. Like, I could mix it with a little bit of modern Sonic, which would be a little bit of Japanese, a little bit of American. Mostly probably American. But I think he would be like, it would be a very Japanese thing to, like, keep it to himself, though, but then say things to try to comfort her indirectly. So I could do something like that. I could comfort her indirectly. Or at least Sonic could try his knack at that. I think this is a good idea because it would... The key things that... What I think you're looking for is Sonic understanding Amy, which I think is one of the biggest problems in the Sonic universe, is not just Sonic understanding Amy, but Sonic understanding and considering all of his friends and their feelings, along with us seeing that and also understanding the characters as well, because we're all frustrated for the characters. We want the characters to be frustrated as well so that we can see something happen. And too many times the game doesn't care about emotions, and we do. We very much care about these characters and how they're feeling, and we want that to be portrayed. I don't know if any of these characters would canonically be frustrated, but we're frustrated that there's no understanding. And there's so many misunderstandings between Sonic and Amy that has been canonized in Sonic X and in other little things like that. Like, for example, in the games, when he's talking about being King Arthur, my language, where she doesn't believe him, and that misunderstanding leads to a cute kind of moment.
That's the lamest excuse ever! You just forgot about our date!
No, it's true, I tell ya! Yikes! No! Amy, wait! Put down that hammer!
Hey! You get back here, Sonic!
But it is part of their comedy to not understand each other, to not fully grasp how the other one's thinking. And again, she's 12, he's 15. That's how it be. And so I usually, when I write prompts, I usually bump up their ages if I'm going to have like an AU kiss or something like that. But if we're doing it in the canon sense, which I'm always trying to think of how can I make this more in character, they don't talk about it normally. Like, they don't just hang out. But I do feel like there would be times when Amy talks a little bit about how she feels. And I feel like this would be a really good moment for the audience to have that, not catharsis, because that's the wrong word, but like that release, though. That feeling of finally they're recognizing how I'm feeling, and this is how their characters would go about resolving that for me. I feel like that's kind of how the struggle to be canon is it's so difficult. Thank you, Phoenix. But I feel like it's possible. You can do it. You just have to work around their shyness, could be the right word. I would say more just their, not inability, but they're kind of timid to talk about their emotions, to be honest. Amy doesn't want to be judged. She doesn't want to be too needy, but she is. And Sonic is just a guy. Guys don't usually have those heart-to-heart moments. Even when, like I said, one of the biggest examples I can think of is when Tails was crying and all Sonic did was just kind of lower his head after giving him the seed. They don't talk about things. And I have a bunch of guy friends who do talk about their emotions, so please don't think that I'm generalizing all men. All I'm saying is that when you're thinking about characters that aren't real, you have to remember that people who are writing them, sometimes it's also just like simplified emotions, simplified characterizations of humanity. So I know it sounds like, hey, don't peg everybody. Like, I'm not. Real people are so much more complicated than actual characters. Characters can have that spark of realism, though, and that's what we try for. And that's what I try for with Sonic characters. So, working on this with her loneliness, absolutely. Super canon of Amy to be lonely. Which would make Sonic more likely to try to ease that loneliness by being there for her. So I can see this as more of a way for Sonic to know that she might need him. I feel like mentally they can kind of, he just has this tingly like, oh, I should see Amy. Because that was canon too in Sonic X, where he just kind of stopped by every now and then because he's like, hey, I felt like I should do this. Also, the whole telepathy thing that they were trying to hint at is kind of cute when you think about it, but it's also more Japanese culture that we all have to dig into a little more. But thank you so much for submitting that. I'm actually really excited about the dialogue possibilities, and also just Sonic understanding Amy's emotions more.